What's up, guys? Julian here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make hard rave techno drums, showing you the secrets I've never shown you before. To go along this video, I just dropped a new sample pack called Ultimate Hard Rave Techno Drum Loops. The link is right at the top of the description. For just $10, you get all of these solid construction kits where you can see you actually get each individual layer of each loop. You can see we've got these folders here. Plus, you get the Ableton files. So you get everything you need in audio to build your own loops out of these, or just use them as they are. Plus, you get the Ableton files all ready to go. So you can really tear them apart and understand what's going on, not just in the audio, but with the processing. And I'll play you some of these. So again, you get these really solid drum loops, plus all the individual layers, plus the Ableton files. On top of that, I've also included a free pack of kick loops, as well as a free pack of bonus synth loops. So you really have everything you need to make a track in this style. I wanted to just create a really solid resource, really put the time in and make something solid for you guys to be able to go and make your own tracks out of and really learn from, and have it be, again, some of the highest quality stuff on the market. There really isn't a lot of stuff out there sounding this good for this style. So definitely go grab this, get in while you still can, make your best tracks using this. And yeah, thank you so much for all the support, guys. I really don't make a whole lot off of YouTube, but with these sample packs and different stuff, I'm able to keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos every single day. So definitely go grab that. You get a really solid sample pack, plus it's going to help support me, and it's also going to help support you. And yeah, link is at the top of the description. Thanks so much, guys. And let's dive in. So this is actually one of the loops from that pack, and I'm going to be kind of taking this apart and showing you every different thing that's happening. So when you start to make your drums for this style of techno, or really for techno in general, you're going to want to start with the kick and the bass. Now, I usually start with the kick before I do the bass. And what we're doing here is I have this really punchy kick. And then we also have this one, which is we just have the mids and highs. So it's kind of a nice way to add some punch to that. And that's the thing, a lot of times people think, oh, you gotta use saturation and EQ and compression and all that. But really, just some good layers playing side by side. And that's all you need most of the time. And then for the bass, I'm actually making this a little bit differently. So I have this bass kick. But you can hear, it's just like a fat bass wave. And then what I did is I distorted it with this overdrive, as well as a bit of drum bus. And then we're just side chaining it to that first kick. And you really want to treat the kick and the bass kind of like one thing, right? That's really it's one thing in the mix. That's how that works. So once you have your kick and your bass, the next thing I would do would be kind of like your main hi-hats. Right here we have a layer, we have this open one. And then this kind of punchier short one. And then you put them together. And you get one really fat hi-hat. And then that could just sit nicely over top of your kick. We have a snare. And you can see, so the next thing I'd probably do here would be adding the snare and clap. You can see we just have a nice snare. But then I have this clap come on every other snare. So it's kind of you get it makes it a little bit more dynamic. And this is how you can create a lot of movement in your drum loops. It's don't just put the snare on. Try playing around, have one that's a little bit smaller that plays on every 2 and 4, and then maybe one that's a little bit bigger and that's getting distorted and could be like kind of not playing at that same every single time, you know? You can hear that creates a lot of dynamics in here. So then, now that we have this kind of like main stuff, then I would go and I would add in actually like a loop. So here we have this breakbeat. And you can hear, so here's like all those main drums without this. But then when we bring it in, you know, that's going to fill in the spaces and add a little bit of groove, because the groove is happening really like, yeah, from the hi-hats and from the snare and stuff. But you need something kind of live like this underneath it that's like kind of just steadily going like that. So we've got that. We've also got like this background, the 16th note hi-hat, and I have a rim shot. So that's providing some nice like background percussion that's a little bit less frequent. And then the last step here is going to be actually adding these distorted effects. Right, it's just this steady loop of stuff that's happening. Each of these have a little bit of like distortion or reverb or whatever on them. And there's some drum bus on the group. But then that just adds, again, like a bit more movement to the drums. It's a really good way because it doesn't take up too much space. So you can really have it like in there, but it's not going to be like, you know, taking away space from the main things. And it'll fit really nicely with everything else. And you can also hear, this is grooving with that rim shot, right? You get... And then if you listen to it like with this clap, you can even hear. See, so the clap, the rim shot, and then these distorted effects, they all three come together to create that one, you know, really nice loop. And that's what you want to do. You want to have these different things that are moving around in the background that aren't going to take up too much space, but then try to kind of like link them and make it so that you can solo a few layers like that, and they'll all play together really nicely. And yeah, other than that, you really just want to make sure like the kick and bass are the loudest thing, you know. Don't mix it so it's too much mid-range or highs. Really focus on that bass. I think that's really what makes it techno. And if you follow these steps, you should be able to make something pretty solid in the style. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get ultimate hard rave techno drum loops right at the top of the description. Definitely go grab that. It really helps support me. Plus, you get these 5 really solid construction loop kits where you get all the individual layers, plus the Ableton file as well. And then on top of that, you get the free bonus kick loops and synth loops. Again, I'll just play you a few of these. So it's really everything you need to make a really solid track in the style. I just wanted to create this awesome resource that you guys could go and really learn from, and also be able to make your best tracks. Again, this is the best sample pack on the market right now for the style. So if you want to make your best tracks, go to the top of the description, grab this. It's a very affordable price, but it's really going to help support me as well as support you making your best music and getting where you want to get with your music this year. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.